Hey, Reggie, congrats on the win.
Appreciate it, Tommy.
What was that?
No, I said appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. A video's been surfacing from a couple weeks ago where you guys were down 0-2 to the Mavs, and you came out with the shirt, the smiley face said, "No worries, no worries." What did you know that we didn't, that everyone else didn't?
No stress. This team's built, man. This team, we battled through adversity all year. This team's a resilient group. This team's very confident. Yeah, man, this team, we're together. We're a band of brothers. We really believe in each other. We believe when no one else does. So I just had confidence. I watched us work throughout the entire year. I watched individuals come in on off days, put work in, countless amount of hours. I've seen our frustration levels go up at times. And, for the right reasons, just because we're hungry to get better. We're hungry to figure it out so that we can win. And I never have doubt in this group. Honestly, I never had doubt in this group. They never really hung their heads. And I just try to remain a confident individual. So it was no worries for me. I knew we were going to we'd figure it out. That's how I felt. I was confident we'd figure it out. And fortunately, left. We have being down 0-2 twice. Going to this next series, we don't want to dig that hole. But this group's going to battle it out to the end. And I'm proud of the way that we came out, and it showed again today, being down by 25 at one point, and just finding a way to fight for each other and to get this win tonight was amazing.
Did you get a sense when because we're down 17? I think the fans really started to get into it. Did you get a sense of how much it meant to them, and how did that sort of feed off each other aspect work? Because it looks like you guys didn't miss, and they were just feeding off you, and you were feeding off them down the stretch.
No, it was great. It was great to have this building open back up, to have it at full capacity, to have our fans back in here, give them something to cheer for. We didn't necessarily come out the way we wanted to in the first half. Really got punched in the mouth. Utah was playing great basketball. They have generally throughout the series, and they were making some open threes, some tough threes. They really came and put it on us, but the crowd never got out of it. I know they were silent for a while just because Utah was playing well, but it was reassuring to come back at half and to still see the building packed, to still see our fans there behind us. And we knew just at some point we had to give them something to cheer for. And once we can get them backing us and get those fans' voices, interactive and all, we could try to put our foot on the gas and, really try to put Utah with their backs against the wall. So we just found a way to continue to battle. And I'm just proud of the way the guys came out to battle. But Pat Bev, I think, said it best. We got into halftime. We were talking about some offensive mistakes, things that we were doing there. And he really just harped on us that it didn't matter offensively. It was more so what we were doing defensively and what we weren't doing. We weren't sticking to our schemes. We weren't getting into the ball. We weren't making them fill us. And then once we did that, we got some turnovers. It allowed us to get in transition, to try to get some cross matches, to get in the paint, to make them work and rotate, have them lose guys, and allow us to get some open shots and really just try to put pressure on Rudy, because he was putting pressure on us on the other end in terms of his length, keeping rebounds alive for them. So we wanted to, attack their whole team by trying to attack in transition and make them have to guard and keep them on their toes.
Thanks, Reggie. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next, we'll go to Melissa.
Hey, Reggie, has the historical perspective of what you guys just accomplished hit you guys? And what was the scene like in the locker room?
I don't know if the historical perspectives hit us. A lot of us weren't here in terms of, I guess, the history, getting the Clippers to the Western Conference Finals, also being down, I think, overcoming the 25-point deficit. I've just seen it on TV. It's the largest one in like 25 years. So two great feats, but the game's changed with the three-point line, with everybody shooting these threes. So we knew we had a chance. And like I said, if we get stops, we gave ourselves a chance to get back in this game. So we continue to fight. We never let up. We never stop believing in ourselves. And I guess happy to get the monkey off the Clippers back a little bit. But, we're striving for more. This group, we want more. We've been hungry for one thing coming into the season. And it's just we're still in the front of our mind, but we just want to get better. We're continue to try to come in here and get better each and every day. Excited to get home, watch the film, try to dissect it. Excited for our coaching staff to do the same, and for us all to come as collective minds tomorrow to see what we've been doing well in this series. Take something else from this series to go into the next, but we're going to enjoy it. But, it's right back into playing another great team in Phoenix in 2 days. So we're getting ready for the challenge.
Thank you.
Thanks. We have time for one more. Go ahead.
Reg, what up? You just
What's
talked
up,
about how
Ron?
hungry. You talked about this team's hunger and getting the monkey off the back. I mean, with like 8 minutes to go, Batum hits a three. You're out on the court waving the fans on. It felt like an outpouring of emotion that was like, 50 years in the making. But how do you put into words how far you guys have come from last year in the postseason of blowing a 3-1 lead to now being the team that comes back from 0-2 in 2 series? That team has never done that before. Coming back from 25 points down to taking victory. How do you put that into words of how far you guys have come from last year to this year?
Special. We still got a majority of the group of the guys that were here last year that took on that tough loss, losing a 3-1 series lead and to know what's happened in history here. But this group, I think one of the biggest things we try to do from day one is wash it. Honestly, wash the season that we have behind us. It's easier said than done. I mean, we're going to bring a little animosity, a little of that sour taste in our mouths from last year, but we knew it was a whole new team. No matter who came back, it's a new day, it's a new year, it's all new individuals, and we had to collectively come together, find something to play for, find something to fight for, find a way to bond with your brother and get to know him better so that you want to protect him more on the court and want to see each other do well. But I think what's gotten us through this year so far in those 2-0-2 deficits is we haven't necessarily focused on trying to rewrite history or make history. We're just focused on our journey. We're really focused on this group. We put last year behind us, which is special. I mean, we even had moments this year where somebody might reference it and everybody immediately is on you about just letting it go, move on. All you can do is use it to get better, but we can't hang on to that season. So I think what's made this season special is the new group of guys that been able to that we brought in, new group of guys have stepped up. That really is, like I said, we washed that year off. We haven't really talked about it much. We talked about it a little in the offseason, but once it was done, it was done. And that's what we said we were going to do. We're going to leave it at the door and we're going to come in and focus on this season. There's a whole new 2021 season. So that's all that's been on the front of our mind is figuring out how to be the best we can this year, be the best individual you can, be the best team we can, and then try to be the last one standing. So fortunately, not for ourselves, we've given ourselves a chance. And we know we're going to play a great team in Phoenix. But for us, we don't want the journey to be done here.
I know there's still more to do, but do you guys feel like, even though you guys don't talk about it, do you feel like you guys have changed or are changing the narrative surrounding this team?
We would hope so. But about 5 more weeks, like I said, we got a goal. We want to be the last one standing. And then hopefully, we will write some different history for this team. But we know what we have to do. We know what we want. We know it's not easy. Nothing in life is. Nothing worth fighting for is easy. So, we're going to continue to kick, scratch, claw, come in, put the work in daily, and, put the effort out there on the court to give ourselves the best chance to win each and every night and to do something that we set out to do. It was about 4 or 5 months ago now.